Yeah.
How do you get roach from Rochelle?
Guys, can you take your family spats somewhere else? This is all about...
this is the play. This is the form to really work it out.
I want to get to business spats, not personal spats.
I'm going to fight over Dan and my girlfriend with my daughter and her mother.
Yeah, I'm the referee. Are you ready? Are you ready? Domestic fight!
Because you can't win, Rock.
Can't you understand? You don't have your headphones on, so you couldn't hear. They just played a Rocky drop.
Oh.
She doesn't know what a drop is.
That's your spirit movie.
She's not dope enough to know what a drop is.
What do you mean? Yes, I do. I memorized this whole speech for school.
What speech?
The Rocky speech.
Because you don't know what a drop is. Just
guys.
I had to watch the movies.
You learned how to?
No, I said I had to watch the movies.
Pretty sure you said I learned how to watch the movie.
No. I said I watched the movie.
No, you said I learned to watch.
Well,
yeah,
you know what?
you throw me under the goddamn bus. Now you messed up.
I was watching them at 5 in the a.m.
Fight back, Isabella! Fight the damn clown!
I'm pretty sure 5 in the a.m. works though.
But why? Why can't you just 5 a.m.?
I love this. I want her to be on the show. Can we get her hired?
She's pissing me off. That's really good because I need to be wired up for this.
Yeah, she knows how to slap you around, get you all goosed up.
All right, Isabella, back down for 1 second. Daddy's got to get out of the cage for a minute.
Papa Bear's about to go.
Oh, she's going to have nightmares. They're showing the clown with a baseball bat.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the lady that got attacked by the bear. We'll talk about that Wednesday.
Yeah, sure. We got so much. We have so much to do this week. So I guess I should start the speech with "fuck the AV Club."
Well, hold on real quick.
Yeah.
Let me give some people some background real quick that might not know. When you put out a special, because we both just did it. We both just did it in the last 2 months. Both of us put out specials. There comes a lot of press with it. You have to do a lot of press because, yeah, people listen to the Bonfire and we love the campers and everything, but we got to get eyes on it that don't know who the fuck we are. And
that's the biggest thing. You know the people who are going to watch it, going to watch it.
And you love that. And it's great having fans. But the thing is with a special, it's kind of like now you got to go grab people who don't know who you are. You have to find people that have never listened to the Bonfire, don't know about What's Your Fucking Deal, Legion of Skanks.
Go out of your zone of what you would normally connect to people in, give it a whirl.
Yeah, you got to find people because you're trying to get people to stick with you for fans,
I also say no to almost nothing. I'm like, sure, I'll do whatever interview. I almost in company boy fashion, going whatever you guys want.
Nah.
They had things where they'd wake up at 5:30 in the morning to make a fucking phone air call to something where you're like, all right, yeah, whatever. If that's what I got, they don't plan that around the fact that I may have a night where I'm not home till 3-something in the morning for whatever, right. And then I fall asleep for an hour, wake up, do a tired phone call, try to be funny, and go back to bed, or maybe whatever it is.
And we've also done pre-records, and we did across the country shows because you were in LA promoting. I was in LA doing At Midnight. You were in LA doing At Midnight. Yeah. You have to kind of go out there and do the circuit in order for people to, watch the special. Now, when I was promoting my special, the AV Club told me to fuck off, and they didn't want to do any sort of interview with me. So I got left off that. So that's fine.
They were one of the few, actually not even the few, they were the only interview, quote unquote press things I was doing where and essentially you're like, oh, well, I'm gonna have to tell the same story over and over again. They're gonna ask me well, what made you get into comedy and where'd you blah 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 and all that shit.
By the way, can I stop you real quick? Because when I was trying to get people to come out to the Trocadero for the filming of the special, I had to do a lot of those calls. One guy annoyed me so much because all he wanted to talk about was Billions, which I understand that, but he didn't want to talk about my special, that when he went into talking about comedy, he started with that shitty, he goes, all right, well, I guess let's talk about your comedy. What made you want to be a comedian? Ugh. And immediately, the comedian in me was like, I just answered it. I go, well, I was beaten within an inch of my life as a child, regularly. And he goes, oh my God. On the phone, he stopped. He was like, oh my God. And I was like, no, I'm fucking with you, man. You just asked that question dumb. Dude,
laughter was my only thing that kept me alive.
He kept all that in the interview. When you read the interview, it's like I was beaten within an inch of my life regularly as a child. And I told the guy, I was like, I'm fucking with you. And he still kept it in.
Not one thing I saw in print that I did this time.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure including this thing was word for word how I said it. There are a lot of misquotes on a lot of things. But 99% of it is inconsequential.
Yeah. So this
AV Club is the only thing that approached me and go, hey, this is one of your things you got to do. Comedy Central set up the AV Club. It's the website. Blah blah blah. You have to.
Now let's explain. The AV Club is part of The Onion.
Yeah.
And they review movies, they review books, they review
specials. I guess. So what they do is, we're not going to do an interview. We want you to do this thing we do called Hate Songs.
Okay. And what's the purpose of it?
Yeah, I go, what do I have to do? You just think of a song you don't like and shit on it, basically.
Yeah.
Shit on the song, shit on the artist, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Just go at it. I'm like, I don't even want to do, because now, by the way, it's not that I don't want to do it morally or anything. I don't give a shit. Fine, I'll make fun of it. Who's it going to get to?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to give a shit. Hurt somebody's feelings, you apologize for whatever. I don't know whose feelings I would hurt with this. And I'm just trying to think of a song.
That I hate. Of a song that you hate.
So I can't even think of a song more than I can think of a joke. So me and Fenoya heard back to back for some reason at the DC Improv. They played "Kiss from a Rose" one day. It was a "Kiss from a Rose" and then like a remix of "Kiss from a Rose."
That's really funny. That's a lot of kissing.
Or somebody covering it, and I was like, "Oh, what a terrible song!" And it was the last time I remember saying "what a terrible song."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, I'll do that song." And I go, "The joke, Seal's got the scars on his face."
Yeah, he's had scar tissue on his face.
It just doesn't matter because it wouldn't have made me say it any less. I was always told under the assumption, not the assumption, I was under the idea and told that like those scars on his face are from some kind of scarification thing from like being young in Africa or whatever he was part of. But whether that's true or not, I didn't know. They said it's something related to like some form of lupus. Would have made this joke either way. The only thing I had I interviewed this lady. Her name, I was told not to say, is Mara Eakin. And
well, there goes that.
At Mara Eakin on Twitter.
That was
I'm sorry.
That was borderline impressive.
At M Eakin.
Yeah, I was like, oh wow, all right, cool.
At MEAKIN. Mara Eakin calls me to ask me this thing, and we're going back and forth, and
she's interviewing you.
She's interviewing me. She's very nice
about the song.
She asked me the song. I said, "Kiss from a Rose," whatever. We're laughing back and forth. She goes, I think so the line I say at one point, I go, and it's hard hearing a romantic song come out of someone who looks like Seal. It's hard to be think romantic about. And she goes, "Why? Because of his face." She goes, "Why? Because of his face?" Yeah. And I'm like, "Perfect," because the only joke I have in the pocket, is that.
Which, by the way, great.
I go, I understand you wanted to get kissed by a rose when it looks like you got kissed in the face by golf cleats. That was my big joke.
Great joke.
She laughs. She goes, "Well, he has soul, though, right?" And I go, "I think he lost his soul in some sort of a ritual, tribal ritual." And she goes, "What do you think that ritual was like?" I go, "Probably involved some sort of fire dancing and a couple of white tourists in a cauldron." I really, maybe I'm jaded or calloused enough to not even think these are racist jokes, quite honestly. I thought they were like, ball-busty jokes.
Yeah.
Somebody even points out at one point of this, Seal, in the trailer for that movie Popstar, Sandberg's new movie, makes a joke about his face scars.
Yeah.
Not himself.
Yeah.
He said he got attacked by wolves. How do you think I got these scars on my face?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that at the time. I'm just kind of like, whatever, man. Seal's face. I mean, these are jokes that would be made by fucking Jay Leno on The Tonight Show.
So, I don't know if you saw him kissed by a rose, but apparently his face was kissed by golf cleats. Okay, we got a great show.
Hey, Kevin, what do you think about that?
Yeah, Britney Spears is here later.
So, I do think, and now here, and Dan, you know my personality enough to know this. I think anyone in this room knows my personality enough to know. That interview ends with me going, not worried that I offended anybody.
Yeah.
Because she's laughing. I go, but I say to her, "Hey, was that okay? Was that good? Like, I was like, was that funny? Was that what you're looking for?"
You're basically Eddie Adams before he's Dirk Diggler.
Yeah, literally.
Do you want me to go again, Jack?
I can
go again.
But not even that. No, it wasn't even like a thing like I'll kick it. You want me to say it different? I'll do something funny. I was just kind of like, is that what you're looking for? Like, I did it. I did good for you, right?
Yeah. I did you good.
She goes, great. Love it. Thank you. We hang up the phone. The thing comes out, I guess. I don't read the AV Club, so it comes out. And then all I hear is that, "Hey, what's this shit with AV Club making an apology on your behalf?"
So wait, they didn't tell you, did they tell you when it was going to go out?
No. I don't.
So you just thought it was going to come out, and then it
would come out, and whoever saw it, whatever.
Exactly.
We did so much of this.
Yeah.
I made 50 fucking phone calls for this thing,
Yeah.
This was one of them. When I go to the site, I guess people complain, these, fucking khaki pants, bearded book bag jerk-offs who read this horse shit website decide to write, this is insensitive and this is racist and whatever other horse shit they're putting on it, they're piling on. And this is going to play into everything we're about to talk about here. People assigning shit to you that I fucking hate.
Yeah.
And now in place of that article on their Twitter feed or whatever says, insensitive remarks in today's hate song piece were incompatible with our values and shouldn't have been published. We apologize to our readers.
Yeah, you're not a fucking Christian, restaurant.
They ask you to talk about a song you hate and shit on things. Now, I want to take full responsibility for my words because I stand by every one of them. What I didn't like is some people were kind of going like, fans and everything were going, well, look, man, if you read that thing, she even leads you, she kind of stokes the fire, and then she goes, because of his face? Yeah. I'm like, doesn't matter. The only joke I had in the pocket was getting kissed in the face with golf cleats. I'm not throwing that onto anybody.
Visually hilarious.
But
if you know golf cleats, if you know his face, it matches perfectly.
But if you get what I'm saying, though,
if I could have a projector to lay over a map of golf cleats
and
over Seal's face,
it'll line up.
It puts like a pirate treasure.
Topographical.
If you could see
topographically accurate,
it lines up perfectly. So I'm a little thrown by this. I'm like, what are they apologizing for? I go, what the fuck did I say that's a problem? Like, apologies are the anti-comedy.
Yeah, I go, what's the argument here?
Yeah.
I go, what are the comments people are saying? What's the anger people have? I go, if someone's saying race, I'd be happy to defend this, but this is ridiculous. I mean, now I'm not even super angry. I'm just kind of going like, what the hell? Like, they're apologizing for me? Like, inappropriate. And we should have never printed it. Now I'm kind of going like, never print. Like, I asked this lady specifically if this was okay, if this was good. I wasn't asking, by the way, if it was too offensive or anything. My question was, is this funny? Is this what you're looking for?
Yeah.
This kind of thing. It's the Onions kind of deal. So it's supposed to be silly. I call. I'm trying to get a hold of this lady who wrote it. The word I get back, she, quote unquote, refuses to speak to me.
Why?
Your guess is fucking as good as mine, man.
It wasn't like you did anything menacing towards her.
No, like they're mad at me somehow now, which makes me irate.
Yeah, because you didn't do anything wrong. You made jokes.
I did nothing wrong.
By the way, they set you into the shoot. They put you into. They asked you what to do, and as a comedian, you reacted comedically.
My last words to Mara Eakin, this fucking twat.
Well, all right, yeah.
Was, is that okay?
Yeah, you could tell me grabbing the reins. I'm like, okay, let's just kick up a little less there. But yeah,
at M Eakin on Twitter.
Okay.
Our words were great, love it.
Yeah.
So to throw and then not even talk to me like a fucking adult, and I put that out on Twitter. I'm putting it on Twitter. You're not standing behind me even a little bit. At this point, it's like.
And also, by the way, Christine, you have the clip right now of Seal making the joke in the new pop star movie at Andy Samberg's. Mm-hmm. Here it is.
Get the wolves to be more quiet.
No.
Ashley Wednesday. Will you marry me?
Please freaking say yes, girl.
So Seal singing.
Yes, the wolves of us.
Okay. All right, now wolves are attacking.
Jesus, got wild animals.
Seal, come on, hurry! Are you okay?
I'm fine for a second.
Oh my God, you got him, dude!
Don't worry, I've been in this situation before. I think I got these scars from wolves. Now let's get out of here.
I mean, it's right there.
So, by the way, Seal stays in great shape, huh? He's been around since the fucking late 80s.
Yeah, I mean, the guy looks like he hasn't aged a day.
Crazy. But anyway.
What's your secret?
The fact this lady, they refuse to speak to me?
Well, that's just, I think that's the sensitivity that you're starting to see now. That's just with all the connection that we have through all the internet and all the shit that you're connected, people need reasons for attention to go on to them.
Fucking mind blow to me, dude. And then, everyone came around, I think, ultimately. But I mean, we're on Comedy Central Radio, dude. And yeah. I mean, at first, there was a thing that kind of came to me at first, and I won't throw names. I was asked not to throw names, and that's fine, I won't. But I mean, it came down the pike from someone who was like, you don't talk about this. Comedy Central has a relationship with the AV Club, and my response was, and I'm telling you, I love this job, I love this network, I love this fucking company.
Yeah.
Right down the line, man. I can tell you, everyone's been super good to me, super sweet. But on this way, they're asking me to do something I couldn't do, and I was like, you have to fire me. I have to be fired to not talk about this. I hope they understand why I talked about it. And that's
it's just the refusal, the lack of having a conversation is the insulting part.
You won't take you refuse my phone calls, because they really turned it around, like, insensitive. We can't believe this was an accident almost, that it was printed.
It made it sound
crazy.
And let me tell you how because when I was in Cleveland, I saw it, and I saw your tweet about the AV Club not standing by people, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I looked at the AV's tweet, and I was like, oh, well, Jay must have said some crazy-ass shit. And then Christine texts me the article, and I'm insulted. Because I'm like, he said nothing.
I did your fucking idea, AV Club. Your idea. You approached me, you could have just interviewed me. Just interview me. But you wanted me to do this stupid thing, this piece?
So I think there leads us to only one viable solution. Seal and Jay must fight to the death.
I like the elevator music version of it.
If Jay loses, Seal gets to put out tiny cigarillos all over his face until he has the same exact scars.
Campers, feel free to tell the AV Club and Mara Eakin how you feel. At M. Eakin on Twitter. Absolute bullshit, man. And I think that lady is a piece of shit.
Well, I think the pan flute version of Kiss from a Rose is lovely.
It's perfect for this. I think she's a raging piece of shit. I think that whole fucking company are a bunch of assholes. I mean, to not stand behind that is it blew my mind.
What if she called in?
What a way to throw somebody under the bus for something.
What if we can get an interview with her on Wednesday?
By all just twat I dare her to call in. Please call in, and I'll let her rant for 15 straight minutes about whatever her horseshit point is before I unravel her nonsense. Let me see what a pig she looks like too. Let me see.
Wow. Do you think she blames the editor?
Well, I don't know. Looks like she got kicked in the face with golf cleats. Now I get it,
dude. I love how fired up.
I think this is a twat. She nothing. She should have reached out and apologized to me personally for all this. It's fucking insane that she's been like, and someone goes, oh, she's probably told not to. Well, fuck, you're gonna lose your job at the AV Club, stupid website,
or even an email or
something.
She has your contact, right?
Of course, she called me.
So she couldn't, and they said that flat out she just would not.
She refuses to talk to me.
Refuses to talk to you.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope maybe through the power of Jacob. He just grabbed his temple like, oh, God.
I hope she has a hemorrhoid that explodes.
Hey, as someone that's had butt grapes before, let's not wish that on other people.
I do.
They're so painful.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I've been telling people, I hope whoever I was giving the actual Twitter for is not getting bombarded right now. Sorry. It's Mara Eakin. It's at Mara, M-A-R-A-H-E. At Mara E. There's an H for some reason. Because her parents are retarded, too. I'm so happy I said that instinctually, because that brings us to our next point.
Dude, by the way, for everyone that's listening, it was interesting to have a phone call, and you're like, dude, I'm going to go after motherfuckers on Monday.
I am, because this is ridiculous.
And all I had to say to that is, I'm your Huckleberry.
Yeah, I'm your Huckleberry. That goosed me. When you said that, I got goosebumps. I'm like, yeah, that's my fucking Doc Holliday right there.